Welcome back to an episode of the Wrestling Aroundup, where we go through the biggest news in this week's world of wrestling. Joining me, as always, as it's the news show, is a world-class wrestling journalist in the form of Aaron Franklin. Aaron, how are we doing?
Yeah, not bad. Not
Good.
bad. Glad to be here.
Yeah, good. I'm glad you are here as well. Joining me as well is the ever-present, world-renowned, wonderful Scoop L.
Howdy, how's it going?
Eddie Scoops.
No, well, I do have a big one, Ross. There's a major return, someone who's been absent for a long time. And that's you on the news show.
Yeah,
nice, nice of you to join us.
I hadn't done the news for absolutely ages.
Nice of you to join us for news. Yeah.
I was going to start the new show off by slagging off Terry Peters because he's also not here. But then I've not been here for like a month, have I? So
going there first thing. Yeah.
But we do have an addition to the new show, who's not normally here because he's notoriously too banterous. The glorious Bob Roode.
Glorious.
Yeah, cheers, Bob. We'll start with the news with Bob Roode. That's the only reason he's here. Returning to SmackDown.
Yes.
That's the rumor, isn't it?
Out for a while. Traditionally, a Triple H guy in NXT, two-time champion.
Yeah. Some people say it's like a mini Triple H, and back in the day. So it's,
Where does he fit?
Mid card, isn't he? But
yeah,
it's mid card. Yeah, he is.
I think as long as they book him right, I think you can make him a big mid card guy. You know what I mean?
Yeah, it could be like Cesaro level.
Yeah.
All the same.
Yeah, well,
back to world champion, isn't he? You know what I mean?
Yeah, well, as we'll get to on Wednesday show, us with watching Survivor Series 2002, they used to do a really good job of making the mid card guys feel like big stars. He kind of dropped off doing that, didn't he, back in the day? So, get back to that really. As they do with LA Knight, because LA Knight I thought was a bona fide mid card guy looking to get a US title shot, and now he's feuding with Bray Wyatt. So,
well, yeah, shall we jump to that? We might as well do that now, won't we?
Yeah, it's Bob finished.
Yeah.
Cheers, Bob.
He's finished years ago, Bob.
Fuck you.
That's why you're not on the news, Bob. That is ominous.
Death stare now.
Down.
Sorry. Right, that was how we left.
Why they left party? Sorry, does it? Oh, his promise.
LA Knight and Bray Wyatt had a coming together, shall we say, on SmackDown. Did LA Knight say to Bray Wyatt how far are you willing to go, something like that? That was the whole interaction.
You see where I think.
Yeah.
I've not seen it. I just read it.
Yeah, it was quite good. Well, I've only seen the clip of it, but you know when the so Ellen Knight was doing like his usual interview, and the whole and the big like fly or wasp or everything is that Bray Wyatt was going on. They said just ignoring it. Going, what was that? Ellen Knight was like, "Get that out of here! This is my time, not Bray Wyatt's time." Which was really good. And then Bray Wyatt popped up.
It's a different feel, isn't it? I think.
Do I want to see it? Not particularly. Do I think it's too early to put Bray and Wyatt in the ring? I think they could have built it more, if I'm honest. That's just my 2 pence.
Yeah, I don't know. It's not match I want to see, but it's promos I want to see, I think, with these two.
Yeah, I mean, it'll be good promos, but they're building all these vignettes and whatnot up, and this feud just feels a bit flat to me. Do you know what I mean? Just going into a feud like this when they've been building all this for weeks just feels a bit flat.
Yeah, I don't know if it'll be a full-on feud or if it'll just be like one SmackDown match and it's over, sort of thing.
Are we reading too much into it? Is it not going to be a feud? Is it going to be Bray Wyatt's going to do this to a lot of people?
Maybe. It's rumoured for Survivor Series, though, isn't it, the match?
I think it's interesting because it keeps Bray Wyatt out the title picture, doesn't it?
Yeah, it doesn't need to be in the title picture.
Yeah.
Is LA Knight going to be in the Bray Wyatt 6?
No, I hope not.
No, I think those
it doesn't fit in. He's just gone from being Max Dupree. Unless that's what they're going to do, and he's going to start bringing up Max Dupree because he started going on, just go and play with toys, little playpen, didn't he? Which was another good line from LA Knight. So maybe that's what he's going to do. Maybe we'll just get the Firefly Funhouse. we'll get that with everyone. Although Max DP was only like last week on it, it'd be better if it was like 3 or 4 years ago.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I think it'll just be a one and done match thing. I don't think we're going to get a long term Bray Wyatt LA Knight feud. But it's interesting. It's a curveball.
Yeah, but like I said, for my 2 pence, I'd have just, like I said, I think I said it, was it last week before? I'd be happy to wait till WrestleMania and just build and build and build and just have one massive match for him.
Yeah.
Main event night one or something. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. But I think he might be Bray Wyatt versus LA Knight, and then somehow Bray Wyatt interferes. It costs Bray Wyatt the match. Or it's a schmoz finish. Do you know what I mean? I think it's going to be shenanigans. It's going to be like they're going to be fighting. It's going to and Uncle Howdy or something pops up, and then
Yeah,
I don't know, something like that. I don't think it'll be just a proper match.
No, I think you're right.
It's not going to be a regular match. Right then, staying with SmackDown, specifically Friday, Sarah Logan has returned, the one everyone was asking for. Linchpin linchpin of the women's division. We're getting a new female on SmackDown. Oh yeah, they're interesting. Who's it going to be? Sarah Logan. She's with the Viking Raiders. And I think I said this to you the other day. I'm glad because now she's not just a weird wannabe Viking woman. There's a reason for her to be a Viking woman. Like, do you remember before when she was partners with Liv Morgan, wasn't it, in the Riot Squad?
Yeah.
And all of a sudden, she just started coming out as, I don't know, Viking woman.
Well, it's because she loved the History Channel original.
It was Harley Quinn ripoff Liv Morgan.
Yeah.
And Ruby Riott, who has only got one trouser leg. And why on earth has she just got...
Has he gone?
Yeah, I think he's gone. I thought it was me. That's why I just looked up really slowly.
No, well, he was having issues all along, wasn't he? So we'll just see how he goes. He's frozen though, and he looks a bit like Andy Whitlam. I don't know. I think it's a good t-shirt. But anyway, yeah. Well, we'll just carry on. We'll carry on without him.
Yeah. So on about Sarah Logan. People are saying all over Twitter that she's stolen her look off. Oh, yeah, he has gone.
He's gone.
Stolen a look off Max the Impaler.
Max the Impaler, that's right, isn't it?
Yeah, Max the Impaler. Yeah, that's right.
I don't know who she is, but I believe she's been on AEW.
That's what she looks like.
Oh yeah, it is very similar, but then also it's very Viking.
Yeah,
I guess Vikings have a look. There he is.
He's there's not many looks a female Viking could have, I suppose.
Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake!
Oh, you hear us? We can hear you. Oh no, he's got.
No, he's. Oh dear.
What a shambles! Turns up.
Oh, best get my list up then.
He swears and then he leaves again. It's just unbelievable, really.
Right, so moving on then from Sarah Logan, because I suppose there's a great deal more to say about her.
No, I think Ross is probably getting on around about Sarah Logan being pointless. So it's probably best that we skip that.
Yeah,
he's back in the room. We just can't hear him.
I'm just swapping the internet.
Oh, there
he is.
I did have a rant about Sarah Logan, but I think it all got missed.
Yeah,
so
told you. Told you, it's bound to happen.
Right. So once yourselves, I'm going to try and change internet.
Right. I would get up the list. Like, this is why we need a world-class wrestling journalist here, and not a...
Okay, so next
George Cook, the community radio presenter.
Yeah.
Useless. Right.
Kalisto's been spotted at the Performance Center. Obviously, he's had a bit of a very brief stint at AEW, hasn't he? He's now been seen at the Performance Center. Rumor is that they are bringing him in as a producer.
Oh yeah, let me find it. I can give you not a scoop, but I can give you some background information on this from Fightful. I saw last night. I'm
gonna guess that his stint in AEW didn't last long because his face didn't fit.
Well, he cheesed off. Didn't he say something about like Brody Lee and something? Everyone was like, "You weren't really meant to him. Get out," or something like that along those lines. And he started arguing with his wife on Twitter, I think.
Right.
But yeah, he's now. There's been a guest coach serving as a
Right.
guest coach and producer. At the WWE Performance Center throughout the week coaching, and then the Friday Night Live event, he was a producer, handling the women's matches.
Well, he did a fair bit of producing on NXT, didn't he?
Yeah.
In his last stint in WWE. So, could be a good thing. Obviously, Triple H kind of bringing in his guys, because he'd have been producing at the time that Triple H was in there. So,
yeah. And he's only 35 as well, so he could go in the ring again.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. I'm expecting good lucha things from Kalisto.
Yeah. Sticking with WWE, sticking with SmackDown. Huge match on this week's SmackDown. Usos versus New Day.
Yes.
If Usos win, they will automatically become the longest reigning tag team champions. Obviously, New Day defending their record accomplishment. Yeah. Usos won.
Yeah.
So because I think the time lapse between because they haven't got a match on Monday Night Raw, they're automatically going to become the longest reigning tag team champions in WWE history. So quite a feat.
Yeah, it seems really. It doesn't feel like they've had them 2 minutes, so does it? Since to be is it Randy Orton and no, that was just unifying one. They've had the actual SmackDown championships for a while, haven't they?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It doesn't feel that long.
No, like compared to the New Day's first, well, no, not the first run, but their record breaking. I feel like it went on forever in a good way because they're really entertaining. But
yeah, I mean,
the Usos one, like, I don't think it's been as memorable.
No, I don't.
Don't think they've had any really memorable defenses.
I don't think they've defended them that many times because a lot of the time we see them on TV, they're just as the bloodline, aren't they?
Just with Roman, yeah.
However, this just kind of solidifies the bloodline's hold on WWE, doesn't it?
Yeah, it's another notch on them being the greatest action. Well, that's the angle they're going to go for. I think you're not going to argue with the NWO or the Horsemen or DX, but I think that's the angle they're going for.
Yeah, I mean modern day factions. I don't think anyone can really touch them.
Yeah, but I don't know, man. It's a shame for the New Day because they had that. I don't know if it'd been worth just swapping the belts, doing it, and then giving them back on Raw. Just to hold it, but I guess it makes storyline sense. I guess
it does make storyline sense. But I mean, New Day, one of the greatest tag teams of all time, could go as far as say a faction.
Yeah. New Day are Hall of Famers.
Oh yeah, without all three.
No doubt. Yeah, going together and individually, all of them.
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know if Ross is just staring intently or if he's having a nightmare tonight.
Yeah, I'm dropping in and out if you can get this.
You can sort of get it, Ross, but you're not moving.
Yeah, you're not. You've frozen again. So.
What is going on?
Okay. Right, moving on. Some sad news for WWE fans. Ciampa is rumoured to be sidelined for at least the rest of 2022.
That's a real shame. Like, he was just, if anyone was, he'd got up, he was doing his Miz Lackey thing, and then Triple H turned up, and
yeah, it's like just all the timings are wrong, aren't they?
Yeah,
just hasn't worked out for him. However, what we can look forward to is when he finally is 100%. Hopefully, he'll come back and have a great debut and kind of hopefully championship run.
Yeah,
he's mid card, isn't he? At first,
I think he's mid card, but I think he's one of those guys who, like, I wouldn't necessarily give him the title, but I think he's one of those guys you can build pretty easily to a title defense if you need to.
Yeah,
on these B shows sometimes you have the I think Cesaro did it one year where you knew Roman was going to win, but it was just put him up there for one match. It's you could have done something like that.
Yeah, you can always put on a good match. There's not many bad Ciampa matches, is there? If you look back at NXT and whatnot, so and he's obviously experienced. It'd be one of them to kind of might just use him to put new talent over. Which is a good thing.
I think it's a good thing, but you're going to give him a little bit of a run first. Like, I just don't know if you put him with Gargano or just nowhere near him. That's what I can't work out.
Nowhere near him. Separate brands.
Oh, he's back. He's back.
I'm back.
He's back. But do you not think, Ross, the story just weaves too much.
Seen it. It's like Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn. You're gonna get bored of it eventually.
Mm.
We all want it back now because it's not happened for 3-4 years, has it?
Yeah, so that's what could happen back.
Nah, it's too soon still.
What about just as a tag team
Nah.
against the Miz and Dexter Lumis?
No, what they need to do is to stop putting bloody bright green on Ciampa. That's what they need to stop doing. It looks ridiculous.
Well, it's the Miz's like guy, right?
Yeah.
No, keep him separate. Let him do his own thing.
Yeah, but I suppose now he's aware. He doesn't need to. He doesn't need to do that now, does he? He can ditch his green gear. He can ditch his Miz stuff. He can come back, do something a bit different.
Yeah. As part of the
But I think like if you think like after WrestleMania, you've got like assuming you're gonna have like Cody as one of the champs. Bloody hell. Sorry, if I was worse than bloody Bob. Staring down the camera. Jeez, there he is.
Just a cat in front of my camera.
He stared right down the camera. Then
Just literally just walking right across the laptop. There we go.
Looked into your soul.
There we go. My God, I absolutely shot myself then. I can't I was saying, oh yeah, so if you had Cody as like champ or something, and then you would assume, you're not going to do a rematch of Cody Roman on like that Backlash or whatever comes after.
They did John Cena, Roman Reigns at Backlash.
Yeah, no, but I just don't think you have Roman doing that now. You'd wait till SummerSlam, I think, to do that rematch if you do it all. But yeah, you could have him like in a match like that or Judgment Day. I'm assuming he's going to bring all these back. WWE Slamboree, however. Triple H.
Put him in an elimination chamber, can't you?
Yeah, something like that. It can be in a title match, but he ain't going to win it. But he doesn't need to. He's a viable contender.
Yeah. Okay, well, sticking with injuries then. R-Truth is undergone surgery for a torn quad. Happened at NXT.
This is when he tried to do a suicide dive.
Yeah.
And he did it. Shame for R-Truth. Because I would like to see him have a run in NXT.
I think he'd be great in NXT. Might be able to train some of the new guys up.
Yeah, and then just have a decent run. I think
this is what they need to do. They need to send some experienced older guys down to NXT and help train the NXT guys up.
Mm-hmm.
And R-Truth is perfect, but you don't have to take yourself too seriously. You know what I mean? He's had a 30-year career, hasn't he, R-Truth?
Look at how he's a surefire Hall of Famer, isn't he?
Exactly, and he's been doing what?
And he's not
talking about little Jimmy.
He's never won a world title. Well, unless you count the TNA title.
Yeah, I was going to say, you got to count the TNA title, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a shame. It's a shame because it's 50, isn't it? And quad is a big.
Don't look 50 though.
Big injury, yeah. No, I'm pretty sure it's a vampire. To be honest, it's like Pharrell.
Yeah.
Just an edge.
Him and Charles Robinson just never aged, did they?
Stay the same age forever.
Moving on to some good news, and we're all fans of him here on Wrestling Around. Joe Hendry, new Impact World Champion.
That was quick, wasn't it?
Is it a well? Is it a well? I thought it was the digital media.
Is it not? I thought it was the well.
Digital media champion.
Digital media
champion. Is it? I thought it was.
Is their TV title, I think, isn't it?
Yeah.
Quick though, because he's not had many matches, has he? He's not been there that long.
It's only been there a month, hasn't he? Doesn't seem like 2 seconds off since he was in that hospital singing.
Joe Hendry, though, for me, he's absolutely fantastic because he's so different to anything else. He's so different.
Yeah, he's just another guy who don't take himself too seriously.
Exactly.
That's what I like about him.
But when it calls for it, like his feud with Lie and that, that was like 5-6 years ago now, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He can go seriously.
Mm.
When he needs
he's got such a range on his promos. I mean, like I feel like when he was in WCW, you saw everything, didn't you? He was the smiling baby face and he was the bastard heel. But when he beat Martin Kirby for the World Championship there, everyone thought it was real, didn't it? This whole damn match. That everyone was like begging him to call the match up because they thought it was real. So
do you think then, obviously TV title, do you think he's going to go world title? Do you think at that point WWE might start showing some interest in him?
I'd love him to. Even AEW, go to one of the big ones, please, Joe.
Yeah. I'd be very surprised, because obviously JR spoke very highly of him to me, exclusively. When I met him 4 years ago. Did. But also Bruce Pritchard's mentioned him a lot on his podcast as well, and he's there, isn't he? So I'm surprised it hasn't happened already, to be honest. He would have been perfect for NXT UK.
Well, when I spoke to Joe Hendry personally,
Oh, yes, he did, yeah.
he said, I'm not in any rush to go because when he was on the Indies, he was having matches with Kurt Angle and stuff. He said that won't happen if you go to NXT.
That is true.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. But the landscape's changed since then, Ross.
that was like 7 years ago as well, to be fair.
Yeah.
So it was a long time ago.
No, Impact's a good landing spot for him, though. It's hard to get across in it.
Well,
being a British wrestler.
He thought he was going to get his big break of Ring of Honor, didn't he? And then the pandemic happened. Ring of Honor went down.
He actually voluntarily left Impact, if you remember, to go to
yeah. That he thought that was going to be this is me in the American market, but
yeah, but I was very surprised because he was on the Ring of Honor show, the Tony Khan's first Ring of Honor show, because he was already booked, but he didn't get picked up. Which I was
is he too similar to the Acclaimed?
No, that's just a feud right there, isn't it? Not?
It'll be great. The rap, like the singing and rap battles would be
great.
Yeah,
but like the rock concert when it back in the day.
You don't know if the Acclaimed, because Tony Khan likes the Acclaimed, doesn't he? And they rightly so. Yeah. They're some of their more popular stars. They're singing this singing guy who I think is more talented than the Acclaimed. He's going to turn it. No, you don't want him. You've already got two rappers. You don't need him.
No, I don't know, because I think Henry's got a lot more than just the singing gimmick. Remember the Prestige, which is the bastard heel, I.
Yeah, the prestigious one.
Yeah,
I'd love it. I think with a big budget behind him, I think it'd be fantastic.
Yeah. I think he'll end up in one of the two. Actually, is he 34? It's not old, is he? 34, he is.
He's not been wrestling that long, have he? He's quite a late start to wrestling, wasn't he?
Yeah, if you go on the Bobby Lashley scale, he's got at least 12 years.
Yeah. So really, that's true.
Yeah. Well, that's kind of what we base everything off nowadays, isn't it?
Yeah, that is the he's the yardstick, isn't he? Bob Lashley. Bob Roode. No, Bob Lashley, mate. Honestly, this guy. Sorry, he's at the side. Bob.
Sticking with new champions then. Tyrus. Was your new NWA champ.
Just shut it down.
This has been receiving a lot of backlash from the NWA fans on Twitter all day today. I've been kind of keeping an eye. There are a lot of people coming out and saying, so you're giving the world title to someone who can't wrestle, and half the people on the undercard can wrestle, but put on better matches than him.
Is Cyrus is he the Funkadactyl guy?
Yeah.
Brothers Clay.
Yeah.
Brothers Clay. Yeah.
Well, but apparently he's an analyst or something on Fox News, isn't he?
Yeah, apparently got a lot of backlash from that as well, didn't
and that's apparently there's like some people say it's good because they get the Fox News crowd in, and obviously there's a lot of wrestling fans who think, well, why would you want to get the Fox News crowd in? So, that seems to be where it is at the moment. But yeah, just time for the NWA to just stop now, I think.
Did you see? I think it was Billy Corgan said the NWA is like 90s ECW. I'm just like, what? No, it's not. What you mean? Like nobody's watching? Or...
Yeah,
they're not even.
No, I think Impact's probably more like that now, right?
I know. Yeah. ECW was 10. I won't even put NWA in the top 5.
No, I mean you might do by default because there's not many.
MLW are bigger than them.
Yeah, you
New Japan are bigger than them.
Yeah, New Japan you can't count. That's on a different side of the planet.
Okay, MLW are bigger than them.
Yeah. All right, so there's 2.
So that's
yeah. So there's Louis Swift out there. Yeah.
CZW, that's bigger than them.
It's got the hardcore fans on it. NWA. It's got the hardcore NWA fans.
Yeah, but maybe they are going for some sort of.
I think it could be. I like the.
You like the old schoolness of it.
Yeah. And I said, are they still doing Power? I'll take the hours off Power because that's just annoying. Are they still doing it in the studio?
I believe so, yeah.
Because I like that setup.
Yeah, but don't you think
it's different? It looks different.
Conrad out old schooled them with his Jim Crockett promotions.
Yeah, that was a very classy event.
Yeah.
I don't know if either of you two have watched it, but it was a very good pay-per-view.
I just watched the setup. I was more like weirdly, I was more intrigued in the just the setup of it all, really how it works. But
I would like to see more of it, and I believe that's what Conrad is planning on doing. Isn't he?
But if you want to see more of it, they're doing a rematch of that main event, aren't they? But with Sting instead of Ric Flair.
Yeah. So we'll move over to AEW then.
Yeah.
Got a couple of us.
Segue there.
I thought Ric Flair was wrestling again then. Jesus Christ, my heart was going there.
No, just Jeff Jarrett, I'm afraid.
Yeah, Jarrett. It's obviously Jarrett and what's his face? I can picture him, and the name's just totally gone out of my head.
Jay Lethal.
Jay Lethal, that's it.
Yeah.
So it's Jarrett and Jay Lethal versus Sting and Darby Allin.
Yeah, so that's just not very much at all, is it? It's just
No.
the same tag.
It's
The
just
same
one
tag,
tag team, isn't
the same tag team.
Yeah, considering Lethal and Jarrett are on separate teams, weren't they, for
Yeah.
Ric Flair's last match?
No, they tagged. It was Andrade and Rick.
Oh, of course
Yeah.
it was. Of
Yeah.
course it was. Yeah, so that's what we're getting at Full Gear.
Can't miss.
More news for Full Gear. Saraya being cleared 100%. So she will face Britt Baker at Full Gear.
Give
How
her
do
the
we feel about
title.
that?
Put the title on her.
But Britt Baker has got the title. She?
I don't know. Is Britt Baker not champion?
Tony Storm.
Oh, yeah,
yeah.
she's not, yeah.
I just assume the AEW Women's Champion is Britt Baker at all times.
No,
I think that's it.
It's what we all wanted, Ross. It's a women's feud without a title.
Yeah,
Well, then Paige
well,
needs, Saraya needs to win.
They should be commended for that, I think.
I think so. WWE, are you watching?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, go on, Ross.
I was going to say, give Saraya the win and then give her a manager so she doesn't have to do any more promos.
Yeah, she's got some work to do, hasn't she, on the promos?
Well, Mick Foley said it was one of the best promos he's ever seen.
Because Mick Foley wants a job.
Yeah.
Mick Foley's going to start saying nice things about us soon.
Someone needs to stop Mick Foley. It's embarrassing now. But yeah, he did say it was one of the best.
One thing that's interesting, Saraya has come out and said she will only be doing one match a month. She don't want to aggravate any injuries. I think this is a very clever way of keeping her in shape and, you know what I mean, like 100%. We don't want to see any more injuries for her.
Yeah.
Obviously, she's one of the better female wrestlers currently.
It makes her a big deal as well, because if you don't see her all the time, that's part of the issue with a lot of wrestlers now. You see them every week, so you get bored of them quite quickly. But if you see her once a month, it's like old school. Hogan, when Hogan wrestled on Raw, it was a massive deal.
Yeah. I mean, I guess if you're being cynical, you could say she's doing one match a month because that's all that AEW do with women's matches.
Yeah,
but I wouldn't say that. I would. Obviously.
So she'll get 5 minutes a month.
Yeah, sure. But no, it's no, it's good if they
one thing out. She adds depth to everyone's crying out for depth in the AEW women's division, and
they need big stars.
They
need big stars in the women's division, really, because they don't build stars. Like they've built Jade Cargill, but where's that going? Like I don't really know what's going. Just feeling with Lil Bow Wow on Twitter at the moment. But yeah. So I would give her the win.
Yeah, the only big stars I suppose they've got in the women's division: Toni Storm, Britt Baker, and Saraya, which I think, given the chance. And once the contracts are up, I think Cole and Britt Baker will go back to WWE. I just have a feeling. Britt Baker, by that time, will have built herself up to be, a star. Cole, I think, will want to go back and work under Triple H.
Yeah, if he gets cleared again, he's still not cleared, is he?
No.
We're still waiting on to be cleared.
It was one no one likes. Take Conti.
Yeah, well.
She's there, isn't she?
Yeah,
she's there. She's there, yeah.
She's all right, though, isn't she? She's all right.
Yeah, heat magnet Russ is what she is.
Yeah, everyone hates her, so build up to that. Might as well make her a despicable bitch.
Yeah.
I'm going to stick with AEW. I'm going to move across to most controversial person in a... Oh, he's technically still in AEW. So CM Punk made his first public appearance on the UFC Fight Pass for Cage Fury fighting. He was on commentary.
Did he do this before?
I feel like he was doing this before. Yeah, I don't know if he's gone back to it or if it was just I saw the Cultaholic video on it and they were saying he was kind of like, oh, it's new, but I'm sure he was contracted to do it anyway.
What was it?
I think he was. I'm sure he was doing it throughout. He was being at AEW anyway. Well, because he definitely hinted at. He was on that show when he hinted at going back to AEW. You know when he first more or less confirmed it. Because someone joked with him about, "Oh, big return in Chicago," and he was like, "He's certainly looking all elite right now." To
okay,
who we was talking about. So,
this is his first public appearance since the shenanigans.
Yeah.
He made a hint. I don't follow UFC, so I don't know who the other commentator was, but he basically said only fighting in the ring. And CM Punk was like, Yeah, I'll be mindful of that.
Yeah.
So obviously, making a joke of what's gone on.
I
Um,
think he's done in wrestling.
You
I
don't
don't, I
think
don't think
so?
he'll go. I don't think he'll go anywhere. I think he's done. I think
Didn't we
he'll
think
carry
he
on doing this.
didn't we think he was done before?
Yeah, and he was for 8 years, and really should he
Yeah.
come back? I guess maybe.
No, but there's some
He
people
was good
saying
when it started.
he's got the wrestling bug now, Russ.
there's rumours, isn't there? WWE. I just don't think Triple H will touch him.
Well, I just don't think Tony Khan would let that happen.
Yeah, maybe would have touched him 3 months ago, but now he seems to have just been. Everyone hates him, don't they? Everybody hates him. It's not stopped him people in the past, has it? But
No, I
now,
don't think. I think in AEW it stops in the past because they rely on that kind of. You need a positive atmosphere in AEW because you don't want people jumping ship. But when you're the top company, like sure they're going to lose a few people to AEW, but overall people want to get to WWE, so you can afford to fuck people off backstage, basically.
Yeah, but Triple H allegedly got rid of him because he didn't like his attitude before. And then maybe he thought when he came back, maybe he has changed. And then this happens. He goes, no, he hasn't changed whatsoever. I don't want him back. That's how I would think.
Right. So yeah, Triple H might be thinking that, but then Nick Khan might be like, but look at all this fucking merch we can sell.
Yeah, very true.
I don't think it's that much. Maybe the match is different, but he didn't add any millions to the.
Everyone's just back their AEW CM Punk shirts, and they can buy a brand new WWE CM Punk shirt.
Would they though? Because wrestling fans seem to be turning on CM Punk.
Yeah, no, I think it's what we're just doing in Chicago. Fine.
Is it just wrestling fans or is it just AEW fans?
Yeah, but I think it's AEW fans because they think he's leaving.
You got to think, right? Like, look at Cody, right? WWE fans hated Cody when he was in AEW. Like, he was like the worst person ever, right? But then as soon as he moved across, he's treated like a bloody returning hero, isn't he? The same for CM Punk because you're coming from one side to the other.
Yeah.
You know, you can go all the way back. Look at like Hogan; he got turned on in WWF and then went to WCW, didn't he? Like, I know they turned on eventually, but you had a few good years before them.
The best years.
Yeah, 95
Hogan remains the best Hogan of all time.
Yeah, but yeah, so I think WWE fans are still because you pop more than anything, don't you? It's a big pop.
Yeah.
At least a cool T-shirt, and then it's
where he had the best run of his life, and I think I think a lot of WWE fans don't even pay attention to AEW. So
no, probably not.
And I mean, a lot of AEW fans don't even pay attention to AEW anymore because the demographics just falling off every week.
It's true. Rampage was down like 25% on that demo.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, then we'll move back to WWE. Apparently, backstage heat on Strowman. Anyone seen why?
Did he tweet again?
Wrestling floppy flop or something, didn't he?
Yeah, so basically, I'm going to guess part of the agreement when he came back was you need to fucking book your ideas up backstage. You need to turn up to work on time, which is apparently one of the reasons why they fired him in the first place. Let him go. Apparently, he's very good backstage, and he's been turning up to work on time. But now he's taken to Twitter and to mouth off, shall we say? So yeah,
doesn't he leave? He leaves early as well, doesn't he?
Yeah. Yeah,
you don't watch main events, which annoys everybody.
Yeah, it's because I probably thinks that he should be in the main event. That's why.
Yeah, either that or he's just not a wrestling guy. He's been picked because he's a bodybuilder, isn't he, by trade?
Strongman, yeah.
Strongman. So obviously, just being scouted, a bit like Goldberg. Do you fancy doing this for a bit?
Yeah.
We make you look. You'll get all this money if you're in WWE, and he's not actually that interested in this. I don't know. Maybe he is.
He probably wants to get to Denny's, doesn't he? For the crowd.
Yeah, what's this? He has a real weird order, doesn't he?
Yeah.
I don't. I mean, Strowman returning. Would you miss him if he went? I don't know. He's another one who's good for just to put on the banners, have a decent feud. He could win the title. He'd be good placeholder champion, wouldn't he?
They should have done it years ago. They should have done it and get these hands. Should have not buried him with the title. You know what I mean?
Then when he did win the title, when he beat Goldberg, I know it was the pandemic era and it was all weird, but they should have given him a bit more then, I thought.
Yeah, they didn't, did they?
No, he went in that feud with Bray Wyatt and then sort of left not long after.
Yeah.
But
his last match before he got released was a title match.
Yeah, I don't. How many chances is he going to get? He's got the look, and I guess that's the only other thing. He'll always be a big pop, a big name.
Yeah, and there's not many big guys in wrestling at the moment. It's all about the, as he puts it, the fluffy floppy guys.
Yeah, unless he's just trying to. Maybe he's just trying to build heat.
I know. I think it's just really defensive, to be honest. I think that's what it is because he's not an internet guy, and he seems to take it really personally. It's just stop, don't look, and don't tweet. You know? Like he gets big pops when he comes out. So why does he care? Why does he care what people on Twitter think?
Yeah,
that's all it comes down to. It just seems like obsessed with like Meltzer and that. Like they're not gonna, like the wrestling magazines and websites and that by design are not gonna like WWE. That's the whole business model. Is just shitting on WWE for cash. So you're never gonna impress them. So why bother trying? Just don't need to worry about it.
Carry on doing what you're doing.
Yeah.
Take your red pants off.
Yeah, just need to stop being
put some other trousers on.
Yeah, stop being so defensive. Yeah, but don't get those fucking pissy pants they had back on. Do you remember those ones where you said that?
Yeah.
Light brown trousers with a dark patch around his crotch. What the fuck was that? Like, why did nobody tell him? It looks like
that was ridiculous.
Yeah, that was absolutely absurd. But yeah, he needs to just stop being so defensive and, for a big lad who's got very, very thin skin.
So sticking with WWE, rest in peace 24/7 title. It's been done, finished, gone into the history books.
It wasn't. I liked the idea of it. It wasn't the hardcore title of the Attitude Era, was it? Which we all thought it was going to be. It became the roll-up title.
Yeah, it did.
There's some classic moments though, wasn't
there was some, but there was a lot more
on the golf course.
Yeah,
and Drake Maverick's wedding.
yeah.
But it just, I don't know. It came out, everyone ran about, and then it fell flat so quickly.
Yeah, it was just when they started doing the whole, just the jobbers just running after it every week.
Yeah.
It works very well for the pandemic. When there was like putting like live streams of stuff on Instagram for it, and then
they could have done. They should have done more of that. Really, like, it seemed like they got bored of it, but they should have done more of those. Like, I remember the pandemic in some ways didn't help because they couldn't do as much like outside of the studio. But I like the stuff on the plane and the stuff on the golf course and that. They should have done more of that. Really,
I wanted to see.
Could have done that any time, couldn't you?
The new version of Crash Hollywood for that kids' playground and stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I mean. That's what I wanted to see.
Yeah, but I think you can do it, Ross, and I think you can bring it back. And I've got the perfect way of bringing it back. So Nikki Cross won it and then threw it in the trash, right? And that's how it got retired. R-Truth, when he comes back from injury, finds it in the bin. like Jim Duggan did with the TV. Was it the TV title in WCW? R-Truth just finds it in the bin, brings it back. That's what I do. Or do you want to do with the DDT one in DDT in Japan? Make the bin the champion. That's another way you could do it.
Brilliant.
I think that was Joe Hendry did that. He threw it away in the bin, and then the bin became champion. Sure, that was a thing that happened in DDT. Yeah, but that's what I do. I just get R-Truth, just pull out the bin and become champion.
If they do bring it back, I wouldn't have matches for it. Or I wouldn't even have them probably on Raw. Well, no, I would have them on Raw or SmackDown, but I wouldn't actually have them live. I would just show a clip, like a 2-minute clip of them in a supermarket eating each other with breadsticks or whatever. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or it's somewhere random every week, somewhere completely different.
Yeah, I still thought they missed a trick by not giving it to Sami Zayn and him acting like it's a proper championship on par with like Romans and the Usos and the Bloodline. Especially when Solo had the North American. Sammy should have got the 24/7. That'd have been class.
That would have been why are you booking SmackDown?
I should be really, should I? Everyone's seen the Wrestling Federation and thinks it should be actually booking it.
Yeah. So that was the death in WWE. We've got a birth coming in WWE. Pat McAfee and his wife expecting the first child.
Congratulations to Pat McAfee.
The McAfees.
Yeah. So I'm sure hopefully we'll still see him back.
I can say it should take too long.
Might delay him a bit, I think. I don't know.
We'll probably take time off.
He'll be back, like he loves it too much.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, get stuff off, doesn't he?
Yeah, he absolutely loves it. So I think he'll be back at some point.
More debuts in WWE. I don't know if we covered it last week. Maya Yim has returned. Maya Yim, however you say it. She's returned. She's returned as part of the OC, hasn't she? To take on Judgment Day, which I would imagine is going to be at War Games. I would imagine.
Who's their partner? Keith Lee's their partner, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
They're married now, I think, aren't they?
They're married.
Yeah,
I'm trying to work out why she was with the OC. Just for cost.
They needed a woman in it.
Apparently, there was some reason in Japan where this should not have happened or something, but I don't know. I don't think I want to read it. Anyone cares, but yeah.
No.
I think it was a good way to bring her back, and they need to count out Rhea Ripley. I think that was the idea on it.
Yeah, came up into the women's division or came up the main roster in Retribution, so she's never had a chance, has she?
Yes, she said that, didn't she? She did that in her first interview.
Yeah,
she's like chance for her to get some retribution.
I think it'll be a really good feud, her and Rhea Ripley.
Yeah, I feel like it must have happened in NXT, isn't it? I feel like it happened in NXT at some point.
Yeah, it probably has.
Yeah.
Was it for the title? Rhea Ripley was champion for a while, wasn't she?
Possibly. I remember me him challenging one time.
Yeah, I remember. But I thought it was.
I can't remember. It might have been. Can't remember sure. Yeah.
But again, build up the women's division. So we're not talking about women's feuds. We're just talking about feuds.
Yeah.
That's what it needs to be. It needs to just have more women's feuds, so that maybe the cards are even. Do you know what I
mean?
Yeah, I reckon it will be in time.
Instead of token women's title match.
Yeah.
So I'm going to move on now to WWE pay-per-views, and this kind of round the show off. First off, I'm going to go to WWE and to use 90s format for King of the Ring. By 90s format, I mean all matches will take place on the same night. So how do you feel about that?
Absolutely love that.
Yes.
Yeah.
Such a good idea. Nobody cares about them on Raw or SmackDown. And it's too easy to then move the final to SmackDown, like they have been doing. Let's make King of the Ring a big thing. It used to be massive, didn't it, when you won it in the 90s?
Yeah. No, I think it's going to be great.
Have someone big win it.
Yeah. I know. I'd have big people in it, but I'd still give it to an upstart.
Up-and-comer, yeah.
Yeah.
Be the perfect time to just put a mid-card person over.
I have a feeling Solo Sikoa is going to win it.
Yeah, you got two members of royalty, Ross. There's the king. There's the king outranked the chief. Is that where you're going?
I was not what I was thinking of. I just think Solo Sikoa will win it.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a.
Maybe like if you want to give Austin Theory any credibility back whatsoever.
Yeah.
So if they do, I don't know if they do.
I think it's like Solo Sikoa, Sami Zayn in the final, or something like that.
Yeah,
and they're all telling Sami Zayn to. I'm just booking like on the fly now. They're all telling Sami Zayn you have to lose to Sikoa because you're not a proper Roos and all that. And then he goes up and everyone thinks Sami Zayn's just going to lay down, and maybe he does. Sikoa pins him, but he kicks out at 2. And then they have a match.
Yeah. I just have a feeling. I think this storyline will be over by then. When they're planning on doing King of the Ring.
It used to be back in like May, June time, didn't it? Because the winner used to get a championship shot at SummerSlam, which they should go back to.
I think this whole storyline will be over by WrestleMania.
Maybe
Sami Zayn. I just have a feeling.
Yeah, I mean, it could be that. It's a long time away, isn't it?
I feel like him and Kevin Owens are going to end this record title.
Yeah, maybe.
Yeah, the rumor is for War Games is Bloodline versus I did it in my head. Drew McIntyre, Kevin Owens. Is it the OC? It can't be the OC. Oh no, Brawling Brutes. So Brawling Brutes, Kevin Owens, and Drew McIntyre versus Bloodline. That's the rumor for War Games.
A lot of stories coming out of that, isn't it?
You see I think it was the change plans that McIntyre was built to win at Cardiff, but they couldn't figure out how to get one title off Roman Reigns without involving Austin Theory.
Yeah.
And Austin Theory's just fucked Austin Theory now, aren't they?
Yeah.
He's the biggest idiot of all time. He's worse than Baron Corbin. He's the worst Money in the Bank holder of all time.
Well, that was the worst failed cash in of all time, wasn't it?
Baron Corbin's was horrendous. We lost to Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
But that was so. But for the United States, why would you do the United States title?
They've got to walk that back on Raw tonight, I think.
Yeah. He's
Yeah.
panicked or something like that. I
Tomorrow
don't
night,
know.
I'm kayfabing that.
I thought he was going to win it.
Yeah.
Do you think
Yeah.
they'll come out and say, "Oh yeah, it can't be cashed in on a mid card title"?
Well, also it was an open challenge, wasn't it? I think, which made it even more nonsensical that he cashed in. So they've got to be. They can't have done it that. They acknowledged how stupid it was on the bump, apparently. So
Right.
they've got to be
Okay.
doing something. They've got to be doing something with it. I think. I don't know.
Maybe they just make him a ridiculous character like that.
Yeah.
And
Unless
so-
they're just doing a reset so they can do it. Start doing it at WrestleMania.
Yeah, that's what I did think.
Yeah.
That's what I did think. So War Games then. Triple H is planning some absolute craziness for War Games. I believe the main reason for this is that he wants a lot of footage to come out of this pay-per-view so he can reuse it whenever they want to pull War Games out of the bag.
Yeah.
Because they haven't really got any they've got no footage apart from the NXT War Games.
NXT ones. Yeah. I mean, they've got a high bar to clear on it with this main roster one. I mean, Io Shirai jumped off the cage with Bill Red.
Yeah,
So-
fantastic.
We've got to go.
Okay, so it looks like for War Games, we're going to be getting 3 faction wars from what it seems to be looking like what they're booking. We're going to have Bloodline versus Born Brutes and Co. Looks like we're going to have the OC versus Judgment Day. And it looks like, obviously, we're going to have a female War Games involving damage control.
Is that too many?
I don't think so.
The OC and Judgment Day won't be a.
Do you not think it will?
No, I don't think it'll be a War Games match. I think it's going to stick to 2. Yeah. They definitely
think-
announced 2, haven't they?
No,
Yeah,
that
I
was a
don't-
female one, aren't they?
Yeah.
But there's like it's obviously a mystery opponents or
There's two.
mystery.
There's 2
competition.
spaces Ross on the face team.
So,
Mm.
but I think one of them, Chelsea Green,
No,
No, I think it's going to
said
be.
she said she's done with TNA. Or
it's going to
Impact.
be your favorite wrestler of all time, Sasha Banks. I'm not
Yeah, yeah.
I just don't think it will. I think
So-
everybody wants that. You know what it's going to be? It's going to be Eva Marie again.
Mhm. Well,
If she came out of WrestleMania.
there's also a spare on the heel time. So there's it is on the heels. There's Damage Control, Bailey, Dakota Kai, and Io Sky with Nikki Cross and TBD versus Bianca Belair, Alexa Bliss, Asuka, TBD and TBD.
Mm.
So
Chelsea
all 3 of
Green.
those could come out.
Chelsea
Unless-
Green.
Also,
is coming
Becky
back.
Lynch tried
Oh,
already. She wasn't going
well.
to be for too long, was she?
Your theory with Chelsea Green, Ross, might not be like too far out there. As earlier on Twitter today, she posted a picture of her debut on SmackDown. So is she teasing? She's teasing a return to.
Well, she was real harshly done by. She was a Triple H wrestler in NXT. Got called up, and then she get injured, didn't she?
She got
straight
injured
away.
in her first match, yeah.
She's done. The only thing that makes me maybe think she's not is the fact that they aired it, didn't they, on Impact, where she said she went, I'm going home, didn't she? So I'm going home with Deonna Purrazzo. So
yeah, I think.
no, but I think
And
she,
also, if she's teasing on social media, that normally means they're not going to WWE.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. I think if Chelsea Green goes to WWE, I think it may be a given that Deonna's not far behind, which I would love to see her back in. I'd love to see her back in WWE. She's a
she
great
never really
wrestler.
had I did much, did she? She was a virtuoso, wasn't she, when she was in NXT?
Was she? Or did that come about when she moved to Impact?
I thought that was when she was.
It's too soon with it. Didn't they move it to the main roster, but they never actually used it?
Yeah, she did. She never really got.
So she literally never appeared. Like, even though she was there for 6 months, she never got. I'm sure was that her attack onto one of the 2.
But then when she's left, she's in Knockouts champion, isn't she? She's been champion elsewhere.
She's put on some banging matches.
She's again, adds depth. She's really talented. I can't believe they never used her.
Yeah.
Maybe they're the 2 heels.
Maybe.
And there's only 1 heel, isn't there?
Could be faces. Bring them in as the faces.
Yeah. I don't know. I just think we'll be disappointed with that match. We're going to get Eva Marie again, aren't we? Or we're going to get some crap.
She's been teasing it as well, but you know,
on the heel team.
yeah.
Natalia, oh, for fuck's sake.
No, she's injured us. She's out for the rest of the year.
Well, good, because what team would she go on? She's everyone's fucking best friend.
You can't say good when someone gets injured. But yeah.
So-
the canon I have.
War Games potentially a night of surprises. I don't think they'll debut anyone prior to War Games. I think it's going to happen on the night. with Triple H's track record. So I think it'll be one to watch. Well, probably not for you, Ross.
I think it has to as well, doesn't it? It has to happen.
Yeah.
No, I don't watch it, but it has to happen on the night, surely. It has to.
100%. I think you'll get some big pops then. And it'll make people tune in.
Yeah.
Make people tune in on the network or tune in on Peacock or, you know what I mean?
What do you put on first? Put the women's match on as the first match, surely.
I won't put any of them. I put one bang in the middle, one at the end.
The men are headlining this, are they?
Yeah, 100%.
Unless they've got some massive
line,
plan. If you bring back Sasha and Naomi, I think you can put that as the main event.
Well, Roman's the main event, aren't they?
Yeah, Roman is.
Or the first match.
Yeah. Roman's the main event.
Yeah.
You can't not have Roman the main event, can you? Come on.
That's a statement if you do. If you don't, yeah.
It's going to be a fucking banger, though, isn't it, with Braun and Bruce? That's all I'm saying.
So good.
Well, Pete Dunne's done one before, and he'll be the only person who's been in one before, won't
you?
Yeah.
So finally, to close the news show, moving on to WrestleMania. Now, there's a lot of rumours kicking around with WrestleMania the past few days. So a big one, WWE are aiming to get a lot of celebrities in for WrestleMania 39. Obviously, it's in Hollywood. It makes sense. As a result, John Cena is rumoured.
Mm-hmm.
Gunther's taken. I don't think it was on social media. I think it was in an interview, wasn't it? He said that he would love to face John Cena.
I'd love to see it. Yeah.
That would be so good. Gunther against anyone. Gunther, just wrestle everyone in one night, please.
Well, it's a great way of putting Gunther over even more.
Remember when Lashley won every belt in TNA or Impact? Do that with Gunther, please.
Yeah.
Because Cena's never won the Intercontinental title either.
Oh yeah, there's your story.
It rates itself, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. So he comes back, wants to go for the Intercontinental title, put Gunther over.
Even if Gunther loses to Cena, does it hurt Gunther that much because you've just lost to Cena?
No, yeah, I know, but Cena's not going to defend the title again, is he? So
Cena could lose it next night. I'm wrong. I don't think it matters. It's a good way of getting it off Gunther to put him up.
Yeah,
higher up the card.
Yeah, I think it also means Batista's probably a given for the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, rightly so. He was going to go in before when he wants to be headliner. Can't think of anybody else who would headline.
Always Cena.
I think The Rock would.
Unless they do Cena or The Rock, and have a match like the Ric Flair.
Yeah, I don't think The Rock would do a match as well as get put in the Hall of Fame. I think he would want to do one or the other.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Maybe I would think The Rock say he doesn't want to go in until he's completely finished with wrestling.
Yeah, I think, well, from what he was saying, I was watching an interview with him or reading an interview. And what he's basically saying is he don't want to stay in Hollywood for that much longer. He's earned enough money from it, hasn't he? But he would love to go into some sort of backstage role in WWE. So is that on the cards? Will he go in once he kind of segues into something like that?
No, he is a sports exec now, isn't he? At the XFL.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. The only thing is with the Rock is at the moment they just tape Hall of Fame after SmackDown, and that just feels really weird to have the Rock just tip up after a SmackDown taping. I feel like you need to have a standalone event for it. If the Rock was going in. It seems too big for it.
Yeah. So final rumor.
I think it's either Ross is either pondering very hard, or is
we've lost him.
Lost him again when he's gone.
Yeah. So final one. Have you seen what Austin currently looks like? Stone Cold Steve Austin. Have you seen
not.
The pic. So get on Twitter now. Type in Stone Cold Steve Austin and just look at the images, or there might even be a video of him working out. And my God, does he look in phenomenal shape? Obviously, rumored to be having another match at WrestleMania again. Could be getting in shape, but who would want to see him against?
CM Punk. No.
That's what a lot of people on
I think
Twitter has been saying.
I want to see him against this guy. There he is.
Hello.
There we go.
Yeah.
Terry.
Hello.
Terry Peters. That's who I want to see Austin face at WrestleMania. Good time in that.
Why is Ross in darkness?
Oh, we don't know.
His internet's been in and out all show. Hence why I've been taking on the news duties.
Ah.
So we're currently talking, Terry, about WrestleMania. The got onto the rumor of Austin training. Have you seen the images on Twitter?
No.
Looks in phenomenal shape.
Terry does not seem as enthusiastic as I am about another Austin match.
We've seen it. We've seen it now. He's had his go away match. Leave it alone. Leave it in the past.
Do you not want to see him?
No.
See, some of the rumors were Cena versus Austin before
Ugh.
Gunther's come out and said he'd love to face Cena. That's a match we never got to see.
Agree with Peters. I don't want to see it.
Oh, no, I do. Just for the spectacle of it.
No,
I
I'd
don't
rather,
know.
I'd rather see
Why?
Cena versus Gunther. Not that I'm particularly sure that works either, to be honest.
No, that match will be amazing because it's got Gunther in it.
Just because of Gunther.
Steve Austin versus Baron Corbin.
It's
No,
like Kurt Angle.
don't do him the Kurt Angle treatment.
They announce it as Austin's last match, and they put it on like halfway through the card, and it goes about 5 minutes.
Shall I
Corbin
tell you
wins.
Corbin wins.
what I'm calling it now? The feud I would love to see, because I think the promos would be absolutely next level, would be Austin versus Seth Rollins.
Yeah, the promos would be good.
Yeah, that'd be good. I think there's a few people who can carry Austin to a good match, as we saw with Kevin Owens.
Johnny Knoxville. Get Johnny Knoxville involved. It'd work.
That's actually like Sami Zayn's favorite match, isn't it? So
Yeah.
Exactly. That's why it'd work.
who knows? I don't know. I don't like seeing old wrestlers come back all the time and have matches. I don't know. But then if I was in the crowd and fucking Austin came out and there was an Austin match, do I wish I was at the last WrestleMania where it was Austin Kevin Owens? Yes, of course I do. It was a bit like when we saw The Rock for 5 seconds.
We saw Austin that night as well.
Yeah, but we saw The Rock's last match, didn't we? It was for 5 seconds, but we will have always see The Rock's last match.
3 seconds.
It's not going to be his last match, though, is it?
Classic Rock.
But it is as it stands.
As
That's
it
what
stands.
counts.
Oh,
That's what counts.
we've always seen a Rock match, haven't we? No one
Yeah.
ever thought we were going to see a Rock match, but we have. But then if I wasn't at that event, I'd be like, what are they bringing The Rock back for? Just 3 seconds. It's ridiculous.
Mhm.
So, I don't know. I think it's good for the people. I mean, it's great for the people in the crowd, isn't it?
Yeah.
Big
That's
old-
kind of what's about WrestleMania.
Yeah.
As much as for the live fans.
Me and Lou kind of stayed, and Terry, you was involved when we was watching WrestleMania live, but obviously in separate cities. Last WrestleMania, and I was popping so much, and that's at home. That's not even in the stadium.
Yeah.
And I believe me and Lou came onto the show after WrestleMania and said that was probably the best WrestleMania of all time.
Yeah, it did.
So
I think it
I think the question is now, how do they top it? And I think it's going to be a culmination of all these ideas. So Cena coming back for a match, Austin coming back for a match. Obviously, they want to get more celebrities involved. I think Hollywood, the Rock's he's got to be there, hasn't he? It's got to be.
I don't know. I'm less confident now than I was, just because there's been no hints towards it so far.
Yeah, but maybe it'll come after the Rumble. I think
Yeah.
everything's going to kind of go on the trajectory from the Rumble.
Yeah, it doesn't
Yeah.
take long, does it? The Rock says something in an interview with somebody. It gets picked up. It goes around the world. The thing is, it doesn't take long
Yeah.
to build that.
Yeah, but you want to build it early.
I know you want to build it early, but you don't. You don't have to. He could do it quite easily in January. It doesn't take long.
The problem is, if they announce it now, everyone's going to guarantee it's going to be Roman versus The Rock. So any match between now and WrestleMania with Roman in, he's not going to drop the title. Where you always want that kind of idea. Oh, fucking hell. Roman could drop the title. Like there was a few moments in Logan Paul versus Roman Reigns. It was like, fucking hell, is it going to happen? Is it going to happen?
Yeah.
You want that in every Roman Reigns match up until WrestleMania.
Mm-hmm.
Not going to have that if you announce The Rock now, are you?
No, I don't think you want to announce it. You just want to hint towards it, I think. But yeah, but no, I do get that.
I don't think there's that many Roman matches till WrestleMania now, anyway.
No, well, he wrestles now. It maybe as one at Royal Rumble, and then you don't need to wrestle the next one, do they?
No, it won't be all
in
the match
between.
chamber. Yeah,
No, the one in between. So then it can be. There you go. There's it done.
yeah.
I wonder if they will go back to if we will have a match in Elimination Chamber though, to go back to title on the line.
Yeah, it depends what they're doing for it, really. Because I guess you could get away with just having the women's one, I think, now. If you needed to.
Hmm. Well, speaking of
Uh-huh.
Elimination Chamber, we have watched an Elimination Chamber for Wednesday's show.
Good segue.
Yeah, good. Have we, Peters?
Yep.
Yep,
See.
good.
Yeah.
And where we'll all be watching Survivor Series 2002. Did you watch that one, Peters?
There we go.
Imagine if he hadn't.
2003.
He's panicking now. He didn't come on for the next call.
Goodbye.
So if you want to hear our thoughts on Survivor Series 2002, get listening on Wednesday. Down to Lou obviously getting the show out on time.
Well, let's go stitch this one together now, I think. So it's going to be
Here Wednesday.
Wednesday. Well, do you know what? No one else has volunteered. been a very busy guy. I believe I took over the editing when Terry was moving house like 2 years ago as a favour and continued it since. And, I'm also moving house. So just saying, if anyone wants to volunteer
No,
on the editing side, you're welcome to.
I've done my stint.
But
That's what
after the production snafu tonight, it's going to take a while to get this one out. So
Dare I ask?
basically my computer ran out of memory while we were recording, so I had to delete a ton of old ones and hope for the best.
Yeah. Well, they're forever on the internet, aren't they? So
No, they
you'll
are.
never lose them.
No, I'm just talking about this episode. This could be it's either our longest news episode in a long while or our shortest. We'll find out when it goes out.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah. Should wrap it up there, shouldn't we, really?
I was wrapping it up because I've not really been hosting because I haven't been here, have I? So...
Terry.
Oh, well.
Thank you all for joining us. We'll see you Wednesday for Survivor Series 2002. Hope you enjoyed the news. NWA stupid.